Hey guys, Robbie here from the Big Red Express. I hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing great. I just sat down with Lindsey Jacoby, and that conversation is coming up in just a little bit. But first, guys, make sure you head on over to our Facebook page. Give us a like. We are right around just over 1,600 likes. Let's get to 2,000. And if you haven't done so already, head on over to iTunes or Google Play, wherever you get your podcasts, and press that subscribe button. It helps us out. It helps everyone else out around us. And heck, we are spreading the word all about CrossFit and the Big Red Express. We got a couple more interviews coming up next week to conclude CrossFit Krypton week here on the Big Red Express. We are chatting with Melissa Dixon on Tuesday. And then the finale, the main event of CrossFit Krypton week, we are going to be sitting down with Mike Smith, teen athlete out of CrossFit Krypton again, and that's going to be next Thursday. So you guys will not want to miss all the next episodes coming up. Also, guys, go check us out on Instagram, big_red_express. It is the best way to get in touch with us. We have contests that we do on that stuff all the time. So please go show us some love on social media, and we are excited. The CrossFit Open is completed, and regionals and the online qualifier is right around the corner. The grand opening for CrossFit Krypton, the grand reopening rather, is right around the corner as well. It is just over 1 week away. Next Saturday, April 14th. Make sure you are there in live and in living color. It's going to be a fun time. There's going to be a workout in the morning, a little Q&A session, and then some drinks and a happy hour in the evening. It's going to be an event that you will not want to miss. Go meet the 2015 CrossFit Games champion and one of the most decorated CrossFit athletes of all time, Ben Smith. He's going to be there. So make sure you guys go check that out, and you guys got to go check out this new CrossFit Krypton facility if you haven't done so already. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you are there. But before we get in, we got to give a huge shout out to Burrito Perdido. They have been with us since the very beginning of the podcast. And man, they are incredible. If you've never been to Burrito Perdido to get a burrito or a chimichanga or a taco or nachos or a salad, well, what are you waiting for? Head on over to Burrito Perdido. They're located on Cedar Road in that Sunoco gas station. Man, they are absolutely incredible. Go show them some love on Facebook and on Instagram at Burrito Perdido. All right, guys, enough of me flabbing my gums right here on the Big Red Express. Coming up next, our conversation with Lindsey Jacoby. Enjoy. Sitting down with Masters athlete and regional athlete, CrossFit regional athlete, Lindsey Jacoby, former guest on the podcast. You were actually the first female we actually had on the podcast ever about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy to see where you've come and how much better you've gotten since then. First off, how are you doing? How are you feeling? The Open just wrapped up about a week or two ago. How are things going?
Well, good. I took a week off after the Open.
Good.
Due to injury.
Okay.
And not CrossFit related
okay.
injury. So I feel great right now.
Good.
I worked out for a week.
Hey. Well, talk to us. I mean, you're going in. Last year you qualified for regionals, and now this year you're going into the online qualifier for the Masters division. Talk to us about kind of the differences, the mentality going into, first regionals last year and then now going into the Masters qualifier, where really you're right in good position. I think you're ranked like 32nd or 34th in the world, really in prime spot to make it to the CrossFit Games this year.
Yeah, I'm just trying not to put any pressure on myself.
Okay, yeah.
I had hoped to make it to regionals as an individual this year, but I fell short on that just a little bit. So, but that kind of was like I don't know, not like a reality check maybe or something, like I'm just trying to have fun this year. And if I qualify, that's awesome.
Right.
But I feel like that really has helped me a lot, like mental. I've gotten like my mental game has
definitely
improved. So I'm just trying to not to take it too seriously. I mean, obviously I want to go and stuff, but it's just exercise. Well,
talk about the mentality, and so much in CrossFit is about the mental game and trying to, really get your mind around, because for most of these workouts, you don't know them until couple hours before you do them. And for regionals, obviously they're announced before. But this online qualifier, you're going to have really 4 days to do 4 workouts that are probably harder than the 5 you just completed for the CrossFit Open. Talk to us about that mindset going into that online qualifier. You've been to regionals, so you've done workouts in a short period of time, but this is almost like an open style workout just in a weekend.
Yeah, I mean, again, so funny. I thought I wasn't going to get to finish the Open this year because I hurt myself last Sunday, and I hadn't done 18.5 yet. So I wasn't planning on doing it, and then last minute, Chuck and Kim convinced me to come in and just do it.
Right.
And I ended up I didn't warm up. They just wanted me to get a score. So I had no warm up. I had no strategy. I just kind of went, and I ended up doing really good on my workout and like, with stitches in my legs. So I kind of like, I just think I put no pressure on myself, and I just had fun and did really good. So that's what I'm going to try and do through these online qualifiers. I mean, it's in the gym. I'm comfortable here. I have my people that can like talk me through it and keep me calm. And so, but yeah, like that 18.5 was like really just like it was so cool. Like, I'm like, dang, okay, I need to like take the pressure off myself. I do so much better when I'm
almost
not stressed.
Like it would be better if you literally, no one told you what the Open workout was until right before you did it. Like whether it's on Monday, and obviously it's going to be hard to stay away from it because you're a coach here at Krypton. So you got to, you're coaching people through it and getting the people through it. But at the same time, it's almost better to not know what they are until maybe a couple minutes before you actually do it.
I could get Ben to program I could not find out what the workouts are, and he could just program the workout like it was just another day.
Right.
And then we do it, and then they tell me, hey, that was one of the
it may be a little bit
workouts.
easier now with the online qualifier, not knowing what it is, because obviously you're probably going to be focused on what it is, and people are going to want to know.
Yeah.
But maybe you could get, Kelly or Ben or Adam to be like, hey, I'm going to find out what they are. I'm not going to tell you until 30 minutes so you can get warmed up, and then you're going to do them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to think how much of a mental game that CrossFit can be. I mean, you guys are working out. It's exercise, it's competitive exercising. And to think that, mentally, you can mentally get that freaked out about something, that nervous about something. But you just said 18.5, you went in not really knowing if you were actually going to do it. And then you just knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, talk to us about the camaraderie that you have with the people here at Krypton. I mean,
oh man,
the new reopening, the new grand. You weren't here when the first grand opening of CrossFit Krypton was about 5 years ago. Holy crap! About 5 years ago, brand new building. I mean, we're sitting in the lobby. Which is about the size of the old gym. Talk to us about the camaraderie and how cool it is to be able to coach and to train along, your fellow coaches, and then to coach all the athletes here at Krypton.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I've said it a million times. This place is amazing.
Yeah.
The Smith family, Adam, just everybody that runs this place and keeps it going is amazing.
Go ahead.
And I just feel so blessed that I'm here and able to coach here, and then the members are just awesome. It's so fun. Like, I like look forward to coaching, coming in every day, and then I also look forward to training every day. It's fun. Every day is fun. Like, I think I said this when me and Kelly were on last time.
Yeah.
I said I can be having a bad day, but I come in here and I forget about everything, and I'll leave in a happy mood,
For sure.
Because this place is just amazing, and then the new gym is awesome.
Oh my gosh!
I was a little worried about it being too big and losing that homey feel that the old gym had, but we still have it. I think that's just one thing that this gym won't ever lose.
Definitely, and I think it's one of those things when you move from such I wouldn't say a small facility, but a smaller facility than what you kind of move into, you can almost fear that you're going to lose that intimacy. You're going to lose. Obviously, the class sizes are a little bit bigger, but that's because there are more members and there are more people getting in here. What is something that you try to take from your competitive side and your training and your athletic side, your athlete side, and put it into your coaching? Is there one or two things that you try to take from your, you being an athlete and then you being a coach?
Yeah, well, I mean, it helps because, we usually, as the coaches, we usually do the workouts or some version of the workout the week before the class does them. So that's super helpful because then, for all of us coaches, we can kind of, like for me personally, I tell the classes like how the workout went for me or what to expect. And it's just easier to do because we have experienced it ourselves, So, and then, I mean, I just, like, the members have helped me grow mentally, I watch them push through things and, it's just a reminder of where everybody started. Everybody started at the bottom at one point, and you just have to build yourself up. And, I mean, it's awesome to watch them and see them progress and watch them improve over the weeks or months or years or whatever. It's awesome.
When you look at yourself from 3 years ago, the first time we had you on the podcast, you were, your ultimate goal was to make it to regionals, make it to the games. You made it to regionals. The games is in your sights. You can, see the CrossFit Games. How cool is it to see and look back at your progression, just you personally, and how does that help, being able to coach others that have started, some are starting it's their first day, some it's their 15,000th day of CrossFit. Talk to us about kind of how you've progressed in your, training and your story and all that stuff to become the athlete and the coach you are today.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot has changed, I think, obviously the programming coming here and getting Ben's programming, I would say is like the number one factor in in my progression. But, also just how relaxed everything is over here. And, I've just learned so much about not taking it so seriously, which is funny, coming from them because they're like the top.
Right.
They just taught me how to like have fun with it. If you're not having fun, there's no point in doing it.
Yeah.
And then I used to just spend hours and hours and hours training, but I wasn't necessarily getting better. And now I've just kind of figured myself out and what I need, and like sometimes less is more, and I'm learning that less time but just more quality in that short amount of time does a body good. So I think that's helped. And then just like again the friendship we all have, and I mean that is a huge factor in it, and the group that we have that trains together just keeps it fun and keeps you wanting to like come back for more and push,
Definitely. And I think that's very important when it comes to not only a CrossFit gym, but just a group of training people and training friends that you have, because they're going to keep you accountable. They're going to be like, hey, where the heck were you? And, yes, life can, get with you. And obviously being a mom of, 3 or 4 kids, a mom of 3, that's keeping you busy. You live on a farm, you take care of, you got the farm life and things like that, which we talked about the last time we had you on. But talk to us about, you've been to different gyms and you obviously have gone around with travels and things like that. What makes Krypton, we're talking to Lindsey Jacoby, Masters Regional Qualifier. She's going into the online qualifier, which comes up in just a couple of weeks. Talk to us, and the grand opening is coming up, the re-grand opening in the 14th of April. What makes Krypton unique? What makes Krypton different than any other gym that you've been a part of or have visited in the world?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that we have big names here at Krypton, but you never know it.
Right.
Like they're the most humble group of guys.
It's true.
And so welcoming. They just, everybody's welcome here and helpful, and I mean, it's just like the best gym. There's no place like it.
I completely agree.
I mean, I just think the Smiths have done a fine job.
Right.
And that's what makes this place so great.
Definitely.
And all the coaches are just, nobody's full of themselves.
Right.
Or, like everybody just knows how to do
right.
things. So it's great.
Lindsey, last question before we let you go. Again, thanks so much for the time and for chatting with us. I know things are busy, getting ready for the opening, getting ready for the qualifier, really getting everything ready for everything. I mean, there's so much going on. And you can't really just say, oh, you're just getting ready for you're getting ready for life. Heck, you're going to train today and then you got to go be a mom for the rest of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, talk to us about, as a busy schedule that you have, obviously in being a top elite athlete, the diet is a huge portion of keeping your body healthy. You're not old by any means, but getting older and as age progresses, the body reacts differently to different things. How do you keep your diet under wraps, and how do you keep it from, fluctuating from up and down all the time? How do you kind of keep your diet, really under control?
Well, I'm a super boring eater, so it's super easy for me. I eat the same thing for every single meal.
Okay.
So that it's just easy. I don't need variety in my diet. So I kind of figured out what works for me, and I eat the same thing every single day. I have gotten actually a lot more relaxed, though. Again, I don't know, in the last year or so, and learning that I can splurge or something. I don't know. I don't really have like a sweet tooth or anything, but if I want to have like a extra serving of rice or something, or eat some chips at Burrito Perdido, that I can.
For sure.
Before I wouldn't, because I'd be like, oh no. But
do you ever get bored? I mean, obviously you've been doing it for a long time, but do you ever worry your body's gonna be like, you know what, I hate this stuff? Or have you just done it for so long that you're just kind of
I love all my food. It's so boring, but I love it all. I like look forward to eating my food, even though it's the same exact thing I ate the day before.
Interesting. See, I think that's what a lot of people out there, when they get into routines, like, I guess, a paleo or any type of diet, they may, they say, oh, food prep. For you, food prepping is probably the easiest thing ever, because you eat the same thing over and over every single day.
Yeah.
But, for people that want to do that, is there anything that you do change up, even if it's just minimal? Is there anything that maybe you add to it, or, or is it really the same thing?
It's pretty much the same thing all the time. I do, though, sometimes I get a little carried away with peanut butter, because I love peanut butter. And so
fair.
Sometimes I try and cut back on my peanut butter a little bit. No, but other than that,
just kind of
like
same old thing.
Yeah, same old thing. If I take my kids out to Sweet Frog or something, I'll have a couple bites of their frozen yogurt.
Awesome.
I make them all give me one bite of each of their frozen yogurt. Oh, everybody gives me grief because every once in a while I buy Halo Top, but one of those little things at Halo Top can last me a month. I just have one spoonful a night.
See. You are, because most people down that in a night
that
in like an hour.
Me a month.
Dang, that's impressive.
So I guess I have a lot of self-control too. But
self-control, that's saving money right there. Because Halo Top's not the cheapest thing in the world. But if you can keep it for a month, man, that $3.50 goes a long way.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, Lindsey, thanks so much for chatting with us. The grand reopening of CrossFit Krypton is going to be April 14th. Make sure you guys are here. They're going to do a morning WOD. I think there's going to be a little Q&A session, then a happy hour in the evening with some music being played by a local artist. So make sure you guys stop on by. The whole crew's going to be here. You guys can meet them. If you guys have never been to CrossFit Krypton, I suggest to get out here on April 14th. It's going to be a lot of fun. Lindsey, thanks so much, and good luck down the road.
Thank you.